Hey everyone, welcome to the GC360 podcast. I'm your host, Erica Becker, and on this podcast, we have some of the most interesting people in the village come on, and today I have a super interesting guest. I'm very excited to speak with him. I have with me today Haim Ohayon, and he is a life coach and founder of In Motion Coaching. So, Haim, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Good morning, Erica.
Good morning.
It's an honor for me to be here, sitting with you.
Yes, I'm very, very excited to speak with you. We've been speaking a little bit off camera already, having some interesting conversations, but can you maybe tell some of the listeners who don't know how long you've been doing the In Motion coaching?
I started in 2010, and it's going well for me. I do also business coaching,
Okay.
which is mean I work with people on their mind, the way they're thinking. When you upgrade the way you think, you upgrade your life, and that's the key. And when you look at that in a different way, which is life have principle. When we follow the principle, we can predict the result that came with that, which is mean the first principle said, if you want to have something that you didn't have before, you need to do something that you didn't do before. Now see the magic. As a result, you will never fail. It's impossible to make mistake, and nothing will go wrong. And now you're laughing. Yeah, but think about that. You do something that you have no clue, you have no idea. How you can fail? How you can make mistake? How you can go wrong? You just can't. You don't know what you're doing from the first place. So what will happen is two things after that. You're gonna get results, and that will give you experience. Think about that. You do something that you don't know what you're doing, you get some result. That will give you experience on what you do. Now the question is different. How would that make you feel? If it's make you feel good, great. Here is another principle of life. Everything is time and activity. So it make you feel good, you're going to put more time on this activity. Now, if it's not make you feel good, it's even better, because now you have something to learn. That's life. Like if we don't learning, we stay the same. We're not moving anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
So see, how is that so simple? But people don't follow that. Something else holding you back to not going forward.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that, because we were talking about how we as humans tend to overcomplicate things, don't we? Life, you were saying, it really is simple. Why do you think that we overthink and make things more complicated than they need to be?
It's a habit. We are habitual people, and even our thinking is habitual. Yeah? So that's come from our belief. Because all our habits come from our belief. So when you replace habit, you start to challenge your belief. To do that, you need to use your imagination. Because, everything in the universe created twice. The first time in your mind, the second time in the physical reality. Which means, all what you see here around us, we're sitting on chair, we have the mic, and you have the light and everything else. If we go back in time, it was not exist. Somebody has to think about it and build it. It's a principle. That's go until the end of the time. You need to think about something. What I say, put it down on paper. When you put it down on paper, now you create contract between you and the universe. Yeah? Go to work. You have the blueprint on what you want. It's like a menu.
Yeah.
Now go to work, make it happen. And don't forget, you will never fail. It's impossible to make mistake, and nothing will go wrong. You will get result and experience.
So is that kind of the principal key thing that you tell anyone that you work with?
I do it myself. Yeah. For instance, you see the beard? I never have beard. So when does that come from? I have a house in upstate New York, and we have 2 levels. The second level, we have 2 bedroom and big loft. Now, me and my wife talking, and say, you know what missing in this place? It's a great place. we're missing a bathroom in the second floor. So if we have a guest for the weekend,
Right.
they need bathroom in the middle of the night, they need to go down to the first level. We have a dog. Now dog gonna bark because a stranger in the house, everybody up. Now if we have bathroom in the second floor, we avoid it. So I say, I can build it. She said, you, what do you know? You're not a builder. You're not a plumber, you're not an electrician. How you can build something like that? You have no clue, you have no... I said, well, that's challenged me. I think I can do it because I visit that room a few times a day. I know what's in there. I can build it. So we start to go back and forth. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Until she say, you know what, go ahead, do it. What I say to myself, I'm going to start to build it. If it's not going to work, I can pay somebody to come and finish. But I will start. I will challenge myself.
Yeah.
So I took the cabinet from the first floor, to see. I opened window on a wall to see where's the plumbing, and to take it to the second floor. So I didn't have sink for 10 days.
Oh, wow.
So I grew a beard. I didn't shave.
Oh.
My wife said, "Oh wow, I like the beard. Keep it." So now I have a beard and I have a bathroom.
Yeah, a beard and a bathroom.
That's life. We need to challenge ourselves all the time.
Yeah. You built the bath, so you
I
ended up
built it
building it?
myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you have to get on YouTube or anything?
On YouTube, I go on YouTube only to one thing, to see what the distance from the ball from the wall,
Okay.
because I need to have some distance. This is the only thing I look at on YouTube.
Wow.
All the rest I build for my head.
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
So everything. Look, in before 2010, I wasn't a coach. I did something different. I was auto mechanic.
Oh.
All my life. I started to work on car in 1969, age 13, 14, until January 2009.
Oh, wow. Okay.
January 2009, I get fired.
Why?
I was asked to do immoral or illegal stuff,
Oh.
and I refused to do that.
Yeah.
I said, no, this is not me. And they said to me, look, we're going to pay you more money. Yeah? I said, you don't do me a favor. You don't teach me how money works. You just give me more money to spend. And I said, and I need to sell myself for that. No,
Yeah.
So now I'm working in Brooklyn, New York, and I live here in Long Island, so I have the commute every day. I try to find some place to work here in the area. I was overqualified.
Oh, okay.
I'm over 50. Yeah, I have the knowledge, I have the skill, I have the tool. They either don't want to pay me, or they say, you're old. I mean, how many years you can give us?
Wow.
So I realized this door shut for me. Now, we have that phrase that says it's another principle, that when one door closed, the other one open.
Yeah.
What many people do, they still staring on the door that closed. They don't see the one that opened. Yeah. So I need to do something different in my life. This door is closed now. I need to look for other door. Yeah. And I did something most people don't even think about. I turn out to find who am I, what I know about myself. And I find two things. I love people and I love to help people. But that still don't give. What I'm going to do with that, I still don't know. I know to fix car, I can do the people. It's not the same. And I was searching. That's another principle. When you're looking, you're not active, you're passive. You're sitting and you're observing what's going on.
Right.
When you're searching, it's a different story. You look up, you look down, you look side, you're moving. So I was searching what to do with that. And I stumbled on coaching. I said, let me see how is that going to work for me.
And that's how it came about.
And that's what it became about.
Wow. That's pretty great.
After that, I wrote a book. I used to have my own TV show. I used to have a meetup group with over 1,400 members. I used to speak twice a month. How to raise your confidence, how to build your self-esteem. Which is, it's everything. It's about different way of thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we grew up, I mentioned that before, we grew up on condition. You do something right, you get praise. You do something wrong, you get punished. Nobody likes the punishment. So now
Right.
what we do, we develop pleasing personality. We do everything for others, not for ourselves. Yeah? And that's become habit along the year.
Yeah,
So that's what happened. We do everything for other people, not for ourselves.
that's very true. Well, I have a few more questions about that, but we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back after these messages.
My father never stops moving, but after he had a brain aneurysm, he had a difficult time getting back to his normal routine. That's when I called Alliance Services. They paired him with Rosa. She developed a custom home care plan that helped him with his recovery.
Rosa helped me gain my independence back.
Alliance Services, helping older adults continue to live well and independent.
Welcome back to the GC360 podcast. I'm your host, Erica Becker. And if you are just now joining us, I have with me my good friend Haim, who is a life coach. And we were just discussing how we do things more for other people than we do for ourselves. But where do you think that this is something I think about a lot because I like to help people too, and I have a very giving and empathetic personality, so I like to give and I like to do things for people that I love, but it's still important to do things for ourselves, as you said. So where do you think that you draw the line? When does it become selfish? If you're only doing things for yourself, then you're also not going to get too far either, right?
Selfish is a good thing. Don't get me wrong. You can't give anything if you don't have it first. So you need to have it first. Now, it's your personality, it's your value. It's one of your value. If you give in person, you give in person. Now, you need to be selfish to accumulate what you want to give. Otherwise, what you're giving.
Right.
So that's kind of selfish. If it's in you, it's in you. Now, if you're looking for benefit from that, it's normal. It's not that every person, when he do something, he want to get something in return or something back. Yeah. So, but what is your value set? That's something that you know about you. And one of the things that I think everybody needs to put more attention is to find who you are, not what you do. When you know who you are, it's easy for you to go through life as you do what you do, as the people that you meet, because you know who you are. And today what happened, and in many places you go, you meet people. So how does that work? We shake hands, we state our name, we exchange business cards,
Yeah.
and we talk about what we do for a living. And now, on average, about 80% from the people hate what they do.
Yeah.
So why you highlight that on the third sentence? I want to know who you are, not what you do, because now you're a plumber, so your income comes from plumbing. The next week you're going to be electrician, so your income change, not who you are.
Yeah.
That's the area people need to pay more attention into. Who am I? What I know about myself. Yeah, which is it's self-discovery.
And you help people to do that.
I do that. I help people to do that. I have the ability to sit with a person and tell them who they are, just as we're talking. Because when you speak, I tend to find who you are. What I need to learn to do is to keep my mouth shut. And I do that. I teach people how to keep their mouth shut. And the other end, I teach people how to talk to everyone in the street.
Yeah.
Because think about that. We belong to the marketplace. Marketplace is like a huge tree with 3 branches. There is ideal, there is service, there is product. People will join your ideal. People will use your service. People will buy your product. Right? And now, we can sit on all 3 branches, we can sit on 2, we can sit on 1. There's a choice that we make. What we need to learn is how to take people from the tree to the branch that we're sitting on. Not now everybody learn the branch that is sitting on. They don't learn how to take people from the tree to the branch.
Yeah.
Now, how you do that? In two ways. Through communication and relationship. Which means we communicate all day long and we build relationship with people. So when we do it in the right way, people are going to join our ideal. People are going to use our service. People are going to buy our product.
Yeah. So if someone comes to you and they say, I want to know who I am, I don't feel like I really know who I am, what are some things that you do with them to help them figure it out? Are there questions that you ask?
Asking question. Which is mean I never ever ask why, and I recommend to every person, don't ask why. Who asks why? It's a kid. And what we answer them, because I said so. I'm the grown up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you ask what, you got story. What make you do what you do? And now you need to tell me some story, some history.
Yeah.
You go to your background and start to talk about that. All the time that I keep my mouth shut, you start to tell your story. As you tell your story, you start to talk to my subconscious mind. Let me explain. When we communicate now, we on a conscious mind, which is mean this is the judgment mind. We judge each other.
Yeah.
You female, I'm a male, you have hair, I don't. I wear glasses when I need to read, you don't. You young, I'm old. And that's what we do when on a conscious mind.
Yeah.
We judge each other.
Yeah.
Now, the subconscious mind look for similarity, what we have in common. So you need to bypass the judgment mind as fast as you can. Now, the trick is our mind thinking picture. When I talk to you, you have picture in your mind what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When you talk, I have the same thing. So if you are a good storyteller, you take me to a movie. When we see movie, we start to look what we have in common, what we like to adapt, what I like about that. And what I can do with that. So that's build trust. And the other aspect, when you listen to someone, no matter who's that, he become your best friend. Why is that? Because until you came, nobody listened to me.
Yeah.
Not my wife, not my parent, not my kid, not my family, colleague. Nobody listened to me until you came. All the time you keep your mouth shut, I will keep talking. I will keep talking because it's like an onion. It's layer and another layer and another layer. As you talk and you tell me who you are, you tell me what's important to you, what's not important, what you hate, what you don't like. So I got to learn who you are as a person. I know what kind of value drive you in life. Why you will stand for, why you not. That's the key. We're not listening.
Yeah. Very true.
Now, when it's come from, when you think about that, you don't have kid yet. But when we have a brand new kid that's coming to the world, we can't wait until he walk and talk, right?
Yeah.
When he starts to walk and talk, what we do? Sit down, keep your mouth shut. We do it all over.
Yeah.
Now you go to school. You go to school, if you want to talk, you raise your hand. If the teacher give you the permission, you will talk. If she not give you permission, you keep your mouth shut.
Right.
You're not by yourself. All the students the same way. When you reach the time in life that you can talk and nobody shut you up, you're not by yourself. All the kids in the same way. So everybody talk over each other. Nobody listen to each other. Because you take your voice up, which is mean you want to shut everybody down because your voice is higher than everybody else. But the key is to listen, is not to talk.
Yeah, this is very true. I learned about that while I was studying acting because they say acting is all about listening. It's not. It's just as important as what the lines are. Sometimes you may not even have any lines in a scene, but your presence and your listening is still speaks volumes.
It's creative. You become creative because you saw the line where it's going, you saw the road that it's going.
Yeah.
So if you're creative, you come along and it's look great.
Yeah. It's a very good skill. How did you develop this way of thinking, do you think? When did you start thinking this way?
I start to listen. I start to listen to other people. I didn't know that I have that. When I quit as a mechanic and I start to do that, the course that I took was in the coaching school. It was in Australia, not even in state. And I stayed there for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
You become student life, for life in that school. You can come back anytime you want. And that's give me a lot learning, self-learning about me as a person and how to, when I interact with other people. Yeah, but I didn't graduate from the course. It was funny. They say if you want to graduate, you need to bring person with problem, fix it, and move on. I said, well, that's not coaching. That's therapy. I don't want to be therapist.
Okay.
I don't want to deal with people problem. They say, well, every place you go, that's the way it is. I say, well, I have a better ideal to work with people. I say, okay, what is your ideal? I say, I'm going to take something good and make it great. So I don't deal with problem, which is mean I spend time on what you like to do and less time what you don't like to do.
Okay.
They say, we don't teach that. I say, well, that's the way I want to work. And then I step out, because they say, you're on your own, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And about 80% from the people that I work with, they got what they're looking for. Because I don't give advice. I don't tell people what to do. I want to know what is that you're looking for. And now what's hold many, many people, it's trust. Nobody want to be bullied. So you don't share what you're wishing or dreaming about with anybody on the street. Yeah, the average person don't do that. Unless you have somebody that you trust, you share it with him. And that's what I give to people. You can trust me.
The trust.
And I have many ways to build trust. The first thing is to listen to you. When you listen to a person and you don't violate his feeling, or tell him right, tell him wrong, tell him this is the way it is, I'm smarter than you, I'm better than I don't do that. Yeah, I let you talk. This your life is not my life. So you talk about that. The second thing that I do, it's right from the get-go. I say, if I want to change the way you're thinking, yeah, it's a hard job. I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do to change the way you're thinking. But see what happens when I change the way you feel. You change the way you're thinking. Now to change the way you're feeling, that's easy part. I say something nice, something genuine, something that's make you feel good. Yeah. Now you lower your guard. Now you're open to listen. Wait a minute, I never heard that before.
Yeah.
Let me hear more. Now we can communicate. That's build trust. Because I respect who you are. And think about that. Most people, before they leave the house, what's the last thing they do?
They lock the door.
They look at the mirror.
Or, yes, look in the mirror too.
To make sure that the nothing out of the ordinary. So when somebody else come and validate that, that's make you feel good. That's the subconscious mind.
Yeah.
I did something right. I'm looking good. People see it. People see me. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's make you feel good. That's the key.
That's true. So if somebody, I'm sure you've had a lot of different types of people that you've worked with who want different things. Have you ever had someone come to you and say, I want to make $1 million?
Okay.
So how do you work with them on something like that? You say you don't tell them what to do, so how would you coach that?
First, why you want $1 million for? Because I turn people down. Yeah. It was one financial advisor that want to work with me. And I said to him, why you need that to work with me? What the reason? He said, I'm in the office for another 2 financial advisors. I'm the younger one. They are the senior. Each of them have $10 million in their book of business. Yeah, I have only one. I want to surpass them as fast as I can. I said, take your money and go to work with someone else. I don't want to work with you. Because you don't care about people. You care about yourself. Yeah, and for you to pass them, you're going to sell everybody else. And I don't want to be part of that.
What if somebody wanted the money for a, not a reason that he did, but a good reason?
Fine. I will ask, how your income coming now? Yeah, and what you're willing to do to make the extra. Now think about that. If about 80% from the people don't like what they do, yeah, so they make money from what they don't like. Because money have no smell, have no taste.
Right.
If you want to make money, it's about activity. So what activity that you're going to be engaged to earn the income that you're looking for? And now to earn the activity, I just explained before, the marketplace. So I will teach you how to communicate and build relationship with people. Now, what branch you want to sit in? Ideal, service, or product? What you comfortable? You want to be service? Okay, what service you want to service people? If you don't have ideal, I can give you ideal. If you talk about product, there is many products. Choose if that's what you want to do. If you have ideal, which is mean you want to preach, you want to bring people together to some event or movement or group. It's everything communication and relationship. Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna work. I give you example. I work with insurance broker.
Okay.
He sent me guy that graduate from college. We have no clue, we have no idea.
Yeah.
He graduated on finance. And he said to me, Haim, I know you. Take the guy, I want you to train him. So the first thing that's most important to me is your moral compass. If your moral compass not aligned with mine,
It's not going to work.
I don't want to work. Yeah. And he was decent guy. And in one point I asked him, do you know what is your product? I say, yeah, insurance. I start with insurance. I need to accumulate for some experience, and then I go to investment. I take few courses, make a test, and move to do investment. I say, no, this is not your product. I say, what do you mean? I graduated from college on finance. I start with insurance, and later on I'm going to go to investing, and you tell me it's not my product. I say, yeah, this is not your product. Your product is people. If you not communicate and build a relationship, insurance company not going to pay you.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you convert people to do insurance with you.
Right.
In the first month, he opened 8 accounts. The second month, he opened another 2 accounts, and then I left. I said, I give him the right habit.
Yeah, now he knows.
Like, he don't need me anymore.
Uh-huh.
And he doing well today.
Wow.
So you have my number if you want something more. Let's talk, let's communicate.
That's pretty awesome. It's a lot. You've really given a lot of good tidbits to think about and marinate on. And it's very important to remember the things that you're saying for all of us to remember daily. You know, if we all thought that we couldn't fail at anything, imagine how different things would be.
People don't fail. People don't make mistakes. People don't do anything wrong. People do something that doesn't work. I give you another example. Let's say that you at home, you hungry. Yeah, you never cook anything in your life. Nothing. Yeah, but you want to eat something warm, not sandwich. That.
Yeah.
So what is simple thing to do? Scramble egg. Yeah, you take the skillet, little bit oil, you break the egg, you scramble, 2 pieces of bread in a toaster, you have a meal, right? Is that meal going to come the same way that you get in a diner? No.
No.
But do it for 2 weeks, every day. After 2 weeks, you invite all your friends and family, come and make you scrambled egg. You won't believe I'm better than the diner. What's happening here? You get experience.
Yeah.
That's habit. You drive a car. When you start to drive a car, you hold the car in 2 hands. Yeah, make sure the steering will not go anywhere until you want it. Yeah, and you cautious, you sitting like that, right? And now you use one finger, you lay back, you use one finger, you talk on the phone, you smoke cigarette, whatever it is that you do. What happened? You experience.
Yep.
So you learn to ride the bike. Everything in life, it's experience. Yeah. Now you like it or you don't like it. That's the key.
This is very true. Yeah.
So it's not so complicated. I will tell you even more. When I didn't born here, I born in Israel. When I came here in 1996, I was homeless. I didn't plan to come here. It's not my intention. But the choice that I make is to come here to sleep in bed, to brush my tooth in the morning, to take shower every day, to change clothes. It's the simple stuff. Every human being have that. I didn't have that. So I came here. Now I came here, I have another challenge. I don't speak English. So now imagine that.
Yeah.
I'm homeless. Yeah. I'm a foreign country and I don't speak the language. Yeah.
It's a challenge.
Now we have in the English alphabet, we have the letter F. How we use it, there is 2 ways. Either you live in fear or you have a faith. And it's a choice that you make. It turned out I have a faith in me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And that's what brings me to today where I am and to do what I do.
Wow. It's very, very inspiring for sure. Now, Haim, if anyone listening wants to potentially work with you or get a hold of you, what's the best way for them to contact you?
I have the phone number. I have the email. And first, I will sit down with you. Yeah, before I'm going to charge or going to talk. I want to know who you are and what you want to do. If it sits well with me, we're going to work. I'm not working for money.
Yeah.
I get the money, don't get me wrong. But if I don't see that I can move and promote you and give you what is that you want in life, it's not fun for me to work.
Yeah. Do you have a website people can look at?
Yes. It's inmotioncoach.com.
Great. So for anyone listening, if you want to check that out, definitely go to inmotioncoach.com. Haim has a plethora of knowledge, much even more than what we even talked about today. Thank you so much for being on the show, Haim. I really enjoyed having you, and I know that our listeners probably learned a lot.
I want to thank you, Erica. It was great to be here.
Yes.
I'm honored to be here.
Thank you so much for coming. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in to this great episode of GC360. We will see you next time. Season's greetings, everyone. Erica Becker here, your host at Garden City, New York Media. I am very excited to announce that I'll be providing acting classes for young people in Garden City in 2023. To stay updated and for more information, visit our website at longislandacting.com. Thanks so much and happy holidays.